There are far too many people in this world that are making excuses. Making excuses of why they're not successful, excuses of why they haven't got the right girlfriend or boyfriend or career or body or anything like that. Like, everyone has an excuse. It's something that really, really annoys me. But then at the same time, I'm not perfect. I've made excuses before about why I'm not going somewhere or doing something, or it's not the right time. That's the best one. The difference is, people don't realise the psychological effect that making excuses has on your life. It's a very common thing for people to do because it's a defence mechanism against life, against dealing with something. You know, it's better for... In a way, it's a lot easier for me to say that I'm 10 kilos overweight, over my normal weight, may I just add, I'm not overweight, over my normal weight, and it would be easier for me to make the excuse that it's surgery. It's because I had surgery in October and stuff like that, and believe me, I have used that excuse before. It's not worth it. I actually sat there recently when I've been back in training now for nearly 2 months, and I'm still 10 kilos overweight. I lost 3 kilos and then I put 3 kilos on, and that excuse came out of my mouth. It's like, well, yeah, it's because I had surgery and I can't do what I used to do. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the fact that I've got lazy. I got lazy in the fact that I started eating pizza and not tracking what I'm doing. Now I'm working with a nutritional coach. And it's because of that. It's because I've not been looking after my nutrition. And also I've been not slacking on my workouts. I'm still working like 5, if not 6 days a week. But if my nutrition doesn't go with it, it's not going to work. But it was a lot easier than me explaining that to you to just say, well, it's surgery. I can't do what I used to do anymore. People that make excuses are probably unknowingly setting their brain into a negative state. And it's a thing that I've done so much reading on and researching on, is the way that your mind works. There is a book, I do mention this book a lot, 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins. If you should really read it if you just kind of want to understand the brain a little bit more. And the brain, in effect, without me sitting there and getting you some like massive articles, you know, it's quite easy reading. And she says, you know, like, you have normally 5 seconds between doing something and not doing something. So like, if I decide, you know, tonight I'm going to set my alarm for like 4:30 in the morning or whatever, and I have 5 seconds from that alarm going off at 4:30 in the morning to get out of bed, or I'm staying in bed. And believe me, I do it. I'm not perfect. And this is the thing, like, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, they're not perfect. No one's perfect. But that doesn't mean that you should make an excuse around it. There's a lot of people that are not living the life that they want to, and they're using an excuse to make it okay. I don't have the career I want because I don't have that qualification. Okay, Susie, you don't have that, but you could go and get it. You know, you could go and get that qualification if you really wanted to do that career. But do you want to do that career enough? I have had opportunities to be able to let Emerge Elite go and be able to put it up to an excuse by just saying, you know, like, oh, I just didn't realise how much work it was going to be, and I don't really have the lifestyle that fits it. I could have done that, but I didn't. I didn't make an excuse for it. I just worked through it. People need to stop making excuses. That's literally the essential of this video. It's just change the way that you think about it. Instead of making an excuse of why you can't do it, try and find the reasons why you can do it. You want a better body. Just because you might not be willing to go to the gym 5-6 days a week and work out for 2 hours, you shouldn't be using that as an excuse. You should start by little incremental steps. So you want to get fitter. Okay, great. So go to the gym twice this week, 3 times the next week. And then you'll make it a habit, you'll make it a routine, and it'll get easier and easier. Just stop making an excuse. The way that top business people, top entrepreneurs, people who are self-aware, because this is a big thing, you know, like people who are very self-aware of themselves and what they're doing, you won't find them making excuses. Instead, they're kind of theoretical with how they think. So they're presented with a problem, and then they find a solution, and then they do it. And that's kind of how other people need to kind of get themselves into the light went off. That's kind of where people need to get themselves. You know, they need to, an excuse is easy because you can make an excuse in 5 seconds and then people will leave you alone. To actually deal with the problem and make a solution out of it takes time and it takes effort, and it will, I promise you, it will show you how much you can actually do. Because there's so many people in the world that stop themselves from being their best self because they make an excuse. And you need to stop making an excuse. You need to come up with some solutions. And with me, my messy hair, inside the trusty car, hopefully soon we won't have to film everything in a car. Thank you very much for joining in on this video. Please leave your comments below about what you think. Also, want me to talk about something? Leave it below. Excessive hand movement. I will catch you guys on the flip side. I am gonna go and go chill out. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna make an excuse for it. It's Sunday night. Ow!